Hmm.
Somehow, Lumpy doesn't get hit while the others are spinning like that. Can you hear that? The collective sounds of millions of traumatized kids and mortified parents. Oh wait, no, that's just the sound of Toothy's spine shattering. Toothy's hair disappears after he collides with the tree. So does his tail. And missing tails also happen frequently. Half of people's face is missing from the frame. The outlines of people's stomach is rolled off the whole elbow. Layering error. This happens plenty of times too. Missing leg. Puddle's hands can be seen exiting down the other end of the plane propeller despite them having been severed, still holding onto the merry-go-round. Somehow Puddle's ear, eye, and head fluff isn't shredded by the plane propeller. All four folds of the merry-go-round are intact despite Diddle sliding from one earlier. For a single frame, a different frame of the video is shown. This happens in 17 episodes, and a lot of them even spoil what happens in the episode. Puddle's arms aren't shown until after the merry-go-round stops spinning. Lumpy's antlers swap directions when he turns around. Errors like these also happen frequently. Most of the morals in Season 1, instead of being some ironic joke, are just completely irrelevant. For a single frame before Handy makes his annoyed face, a smile can be seen. Also, Handy's eyes are visibly facing different directions. These two sins apply to every episode he features in. Why Handy's arms are never restored between episodes or by every character getting mutilated at some point is never explained. Don't even get me started on how Handy does these things as a double amputee. How do you get down so fast? The sound of the drill hadn't even stopped by the time we already see him on the floor. Handy is much taller than he is presented in future episodes. There are no ladders leading up to the treehouse. Extendo arm! Return. Handy's upper arm is visibly disconnected from his lower arm. Repeatedly throughout the episode, Handy's pupils change the direction they face. This error also happens many times as well. Except, gosh darn it, this happens so many freaking times that by the time I had only gone through 7 episodes, this segment was already a minute long. If this series 100 spins in total and call that generous enough. Handy's tool belt moves up his waist as he turns. What could have possibly exploded in there? Petunia's head disappears. The sound of the explosion is audibly delayed. Andy's tool belt disappears for a frame. This frame. Andy seemingly has no ears as there's no bandaging or anything to indicate they were amputated. Funny gag, but how do you forget you don't have hands? Also, that's ableist. That bucket wasn't there 10 seconds ago. How is Petunia's flower not being reduced to ashes yet? Somehow, Handy sustains no damage from that. There are clearly two mouth assets stacked on top of each other. Handy wasn't wearing boots up to this point. Also, there's no way that boot fits Handy's foot. Handy disappears from under Petunia's mangled body between shots. Apparently doing the OK sign makes you grow an extra finger. Petunia survives this. Missing space. Turning error. The bush disappears when the almost there attack disappears. Why Giggle's foot is broken in this episode is never explained. The leg that is broken swaps repeatedly. Missing tummy patch. We never see this mother figure for Giggles again. Visible gap at the end of Mother Giggles' arm. Mother Giggles' arm changes colors briefly. Splendid's wings disappears when he holds up Giggles. The acorn shrinks too much when it falls off Giggles' head. The blood splattered on Mother Giggles is a different color to the blood splattered on the floor. Obliviousness. This is a surprisingly common theme in this series with parental figures. The episode is titled as Antics with a dash in the video, but is titled as Antics without a dash in the YouTube upload title. Missing line break. The bush disappears when Sniffles appears and does not come back. Who just casually does math problems in their free time? totally not me. Also, I just want to point out that this question is actually being answered correctly, which leads me to believe that everyone at Wonder Media is just a huge A bone spontaneously appears as Sniffles' tongue travels down the hole. Baby ants don't look anything like adult ants. Even then, why is the baby ant almost as tall as the mother ant? None of the objects the ants use against Sniffles are present when the ants are first shown. The tunnel leading out the door reuses the door texture, which makes it look like there's just a second door there instead of a tunnel at all. Recycled animation. Twice. Ant eaters don't have teeth. Even bearing the fact it wasn't there before, how did you even get the electric sawing to begin with? Also, the electric saw isn't powered by anything. The table gets cut by the electric saw, yet it's fixed in the next shot. Also, all the blood's been cleared off the table. And don't try to tell me the ants have cleaned it in those 5 seconds between shots. Yes, I counted. The fire visibly animates into the hole despite it seemingly being covered as nothing can be seen inside it. Sniffles' torso is simultaneously blasted away by the explosion and left in place. There is no way blood could have splattered that far. Duplicated assets. How do you misspell the name of your most successful series, Mondo? Cub is excessively tall in this episode. The safety pin on Cub's diaper changes direction. There is no way the ball travels that far. And even if it did, how did it avoid all the traffic? The stupidity is strong with this one. Pop survives this. The cliff wasn't there earlier. Even then, why did you walk that way when Cub is directly behind you? The wheel somehow falls out of Pop's arm despite being deeply embedded in it. The wheel reappears on Pop's arm for a single frame. That helicopter is too small for anyone to fit in the cockpit. The color of the blood directly from Pop is a different color to the blood everywhere else. Floating blood. The clip is missing from most of this scene. Recycled assets. Duplicated assets. I'm not kidding, the same copy-paste symbol has 5 instances in this one shot. Cub's body parts are somehow even bigger than Pop's. The quick shot moment in this episode is especially egregious because there is somehow literally no background elements in it. How is that ball not being crushed or popped by now? Also, how did the ball get unstuck from under the stretcher? Okay, how did Cub's hat get out from the stretcher? Rode Montijo, the person who voiced that Grumpy, is credited in this episode. There is a long delay between the Mondo Media splash screen ending and the HD intro starting. The video title is incorrectly labeled as What Are You Waiting For? The sign turns towards Flaky in this one shot. You bother to animate Flaky blinking, but don't bother to animate him with a shocked expression when the piranhas attack. Puddle's cheeks are clear. Piranhas don't natively live in ponds. Sea lions don't natively live in ponds either. Like, cuddle survives. Whales don't digitally live in ponds as well. The arrangement of sweeps on Nutty's face is different from every other appearance he ever made. Nutty's arm outline stops abruptly. This doesn't rip off any of Nutty's best. Don't have any candy crunching sounds? Just use gore. The lollipop stick disappears after Nut drops it. The rest of the candy that flies off Nutty's face disappears for the rest of the episode. The vending machine operates without being plugged into anything. And don't try to tell me this thing is battery powered. The pain. The lighting differs between shots. The placing between rows of chocolate bars differs between shots too. Armstrong must have wrapping on the Barbie for Nutty's arm to break the floor. Somehow a chocolate bar lands on top of the vending machine despite there being no chance for it to exit the machine. Somehow one of the chocolate bar's wrappers opens in just the right way and that exact bar falls in just the right place for it to land in Nutty's mouth without any wrapper in it. Somehow Nutty can pull up a full smile despite his mouth being stuffed with the chocolate bar. Nutty's arm isn't connected properly. The coils are rotating in the wrong direction, meaning the chocolate bar should be moving back, not forward. The coils shouldn't be moving forward at all as all their joint is rotating in place anyway. Somehow more chocolate bars fall out of the machine despite it being flat on the ground. And even more chocolate bars leak out again from an object that has no exit points from where it's laying. Handy isn't on the featuring list despite having a significant amount of screen time. And what makes this worse is that in the versions of this episode that uses the Season 2 style intro, he is included in the featuring list. Lumpy's steering wheel turns from teal to red and white stripes between shots. If the race is literally about to start, how have Handy or Lippy and Shifty not finished building their cars? Handy's arm knobs aren't visible from here. Lumpy survives it. Shifty's fedora goes missing. Handy's arm knobs are much longer than they should be. Missing arms. The steering wheel was originally in one piece, but now has to be fitted together again. The spring and mouse assets are strangely distorted in this episode. This frame. Also this frame. Handy's intestines are visibly in multiple parts despite no cuts being made to them. The inside of the car seat changes from pink to yellow. Visible gaps in the car seat. Shifty's arm repeatedly disappears. Shifty and Lippy's legs aren't visible from this angle. Lumpy's arms are missing. The incorrect font is used. Yeah, that's totally Lippy and Shifty. Seriously though, how did you even mess that up? It's not like that in any other version. The three bottles cast the shadow of a single large bottle. Petunia's eyelashes are missing. Surprise teddy bears are missing multiple times throughout the episode. Haha, blind character that does things blind people really shouldn't do, but boy does this look real insensitive at times. Viking! Exploiting disabled people for money. Wait, but Petunia earlier had 3 balls. Did she pay more for an extra ball? Petunia's eyelashes disappear again. Petunia's elbows barely connect back to her body. Oh, move out the way, you moron! The way the ball comes out looks like Petunia would have been sliced to the chest, but instead she gets sliced in the middle of the head. Petunia's tail is significantly shorter in this shot, and no, it's clear that it did not get cut with the rest of her. The color of the blood on the wall is a different hue to the blood on the floor and Petunia. But in an earlier shot, the Ferris wheel was facing parallel to the stand and not perpendicular. Either that is a giant lever no one can reach, or this is a tiny Ferris wheel meant for people the size of Lego people. The walls of the stand turn blue when before they were purple. Lumpy's antlers now have 2 prongs instead of 3. While antlers do contain some amount of blood, they're not entirely filled with it. Somehow Lumpy's ribs are left fully intact. Also, Lumpy has a sideways head. Also, Lumpy's brain is outside of its skull. Also, Lumpy's antlers are not part of its skull. Lumpy explodes this event. Missing face. And another. Disco Bear's leg is invisible from here. The disco ball isn't attached to anything. Awful sound effect timing. Lighting. This frame obviously copy-pasted symbols. Aren't most of the characters in the first season meant to be portrayed as kids? And if Disco Bear comes from the 70s, even if the original release date was episode in 2000, this was Disco Bear in his 20s. The single frame, Disco Bear has 4 arms. The hue of blood on Lucas's head differs from the blood on the tree stump. The electric sense is seemingly just one single wall and intermittent hair. For a single frame, there is no reflection between his eyes. A second electric fence repeatedly appears and disappears. A teacup can be seen inside of Petunia's eye socket. For a single frame, one of Petunia's ribs is mostly cut off. Petunia's hand and feet bones protrude out from the body. This is the most excessive amount of squash stretch I have ever seen. The only piece of skin ripped off Petunia that was on the fence is not including part of the fence that's covered by the line. The skin ripped off from Petunia is left unsinged. Electric shocks can't directly kill someone after you hit a shock. How do you get that sweaty for doing 3 short dances? Also, gross. Yuki's hair wasn't removed from the secret. Episode 9 is removal of the hair. This happens for the rest of his appearance. Episode title says these item moments, the video title says those item moments. Tuki is split in this drama. Tuki has normal buck teeth. This happens a lot all the time. The swing stays suspended in the air in order to avoid Tuki for over 6 seconds. Toy shovel disappears between shots. I can only assume the cursed idol converted a meter of ground below settled in the sand, because there was no way that sand pit was deep enough to begin. Somehow this light created this massive boulder. Pop isn't about to take a good time. I'm not even going to ask her because I will not only drive Lumpy's car without breaking the window, but also manage to strap in the seatbelt. Missing face. Child labor. Cobb is somehow light enough to not capsize the lawnmower. Despite the fact Cobb can barely stay on the floor, he turns the lawnmower no problem. Cobb's safety pin switches directions. The ejection chute on the lawnmower changes size repeatedly. The same voice clip is used back to back. To that. The angle of this shot makes it look like Cobb would have avoided grip. The side of Cobb's mouth, the smoking pipe is, changes in the same continuous shot. Cobb drops his pipe here, but then has it in a later shot without taking it up at any point. Cobb's pipe then subsequently disappears. Parts of the orange bottle are colored blue. 2 of the green bottles also does it, but given the right light, it can look blue. The orange bottle, though, no. This bottle has no glass appointment. None of these shattered bottles have any tops left. Same essay is reused 6 times in the same frame. Also, why are there syringes lying on the floor? You tell me Pop likes their dope from time to time. This causes no damage to the lawnmower. Pop walks right from the hammer, but the glass shards hit Pop from the other side. This bottle only merely impales Pop's body, while an identical looking bottle managed to rip right through his head, skull and brain and all. Though, I mean, Pop doesn't have a visible skull, so... The bottle manages to slice halfway through Cobb's eye socket without slicing any of his eyeballs. The glass jar rips apart Cobb's hand, yet it's back in the later shot. Pop sure has some impeccable barbering skills, doesn't he? Don't even get started with the storyboard editing. This episode's title is the same pun used in an earlier episode. Justin Bieber. Also, what can we just add 10 things for all the terrible jokes used in these blurb episodes, even though there's only Nutty's right gum steps right. Nutty's left ear snaps off his head. This way. Toothy's ear detached from his head again. In 3 instances, Toothy's arm is on Kestra's body, nor is he holding the drill. The battery somehow doesn't fall out of the drill. Nutty's candy apple isn't upon his head. Man, they really used Toothy's arm to prevent this absolute great game. The hole carved in Nutty's mouth doesn't bleed. Nutty survives this. And geez, I know HDF likes to exaggerate how much damage these things do, but how does someone pull half of their jaw out with a string tied to one of their teeth? Also, this doesn't pull out the rotten tooth right away. The chair Toothy drilled a hole through has magically repaired itself. Nutty and the chair are visibly zoomed out between shots with the background hidden. The thumbnail for this episode spoils Junior's death. The wonky perspective of this shot makes it look like Slippy is twice the size of everyone. The excitement of outdoor games is apparently able to instantly cure anxiety. I question as to why Toothy can't do this. Either Toothy is about to fall over, or his body is being way ahead of his head. Slippy's feet are facing down. Drawn back like this. No one agrees that this is dangerous. Okay, how old is Slippy meant to be in these episodes? Because one like this is very sloppy. Slippy voice isn't super old yet. He's old enough to be a war veteran. Speak to the Slippy voice. I understand Slippy is like he may be separate consciousness in his own mind, but how much one Slippy's pupils are visibly cut off. Slippy's dog tags are missing. I know this is the first episode kind of problem, but Slippy's eyes appear normal when he's put out. If you don't want to get caught, then stop giggling. Slippy's head is straight and sharp. Apparently, a symbol except for monsters. Slippy is never shown to be able to do this again. Smiling and frowning, and smiling again before actually frowning. Toothy's arm is slightly detached from his body. Toothy's arm is 6 from his head. Toothy's arms are right behind his head. Toothy's arms are on a quill. Toothy's eyelashes are missing. The color of the leaves are eyebrows directly from the color of Toothy's hair. Not flannels before Petunia is his head. Petunia survives it. Petunia's head drops only doesn't bleed, but also doesn't have any blood in it already.
Tornado warning for Durham County, southwestern Granville County.
This episode was never remarked.
At 6:10 p.m.
Handy,
National Interstate
and legs.
northeast of Hillsborough.
I don't care what you say about the color of the ivy.
Diameter and destructive winds in excess of 70 miles per hour are also likely to this storm.
The single frame disappears.
This is
Let's go.
How much smaller than before? Well, that was a lazy action. Ricky is still able to move her feet despite the muscles of them being turned off. Arthur places close to the despite the muscles being behind up and down. His body doesn't sleep. Oh, the lava. The top this part is probably going to get some serious bullshit after that. The thumbnail spoils the pain Tutti goes through. How Tutti got all these injuries is never explained. Those eye effects are not profound ones like in every other instances of eyes and pretty much ever. Tutti's head is unusually circular rather than ocular. The furniture's placement is very significant related to the bed. Mine's cheeks escape the bound of his makeup. Wait, what? Mine's ears are flipped the wrong way, causing his ears to abruptly end. There is no way a death effect is that powerful nor bandaging is that different. Also, that death effect is either rotating or facing the wrong way, could be blowing the bandage away and not sucking it in. The outline of the bandages stops abruptly, making it look like it stops the base of his body rather than his legs. How strong was those bandages to for Tutti's leg to snap before the bandages? Tutti's leg bends backwards after it snaps in half. The outline of Tutti's ear bandages stops abruptly. Ryan's eyebrows hit the bound of his head. Tutti screams so hard his mouth comes out of the bandages. I mean, why would you think something different would happen the second time? The bandage teleports inside the fan after it's turned on. The blood splattered on the bed dissipates between shots. With a single spray, Tutti's pupil is visible underneath his closed eyes. Tutti's ears disappear. The bag is suddenly large enough to fit Tutti's entire body in. The band is able to substitute being hold like a clutch being in the way. No pieces of his feet or legs are shown flying out the bag. No organs either. Different blood splatters have different hues in the same shot. I know Lumpy is an A-class idiot, but why does he wear clothes that blend into his skin? In fact, why does he wear clothes at all? No one else does. Lumpy's light skin tone is only shown his arms and not his upper body. Everything that was on the kitchen desk disappears in this shot. Nudity joke. For a few frames, Giggles has a bow under a Girl Scout hat. Giggles changes from mild concern to extreme horror. Giggles' eyebrow somehow remains intact after being surrounded by an ice creamer which cut out her optics. Giggles appears out of nowhere. Nipples, smart guy, doesn't understand how the physics is called Giggles' snout becomes a super filter after his tongue pushes his ground. Mitten's sleeve will be sliced up. Brooks hiding in his tail moves up and down with his jaw. Everything's tongue stops much shorter than many of his genuine cartoon physics in my happiness at that time. This begins to dictionary back even though this wasn't necessarily strong. The frame is still drawn with a pseudo motion blur effect even after the camera stops moving. The design of the door changes between shots. The shadows casted on and by the building disappear between shots. Shifty is grinded in the meat grinder's tail first, with the first object to come out contains his eyes. Also, his eye goes into the meat grinder completely undamaged. Also, Shifty is apparently made of green meat. This frame, Shifty's legs disconnected from his body. The hand slicer starts without being turned on. And no, the cleaver didn't hit the button. It's nowhere near the hand slicer, and it would have broken the button anyway if it did somehow land on it. Intersecting shadows cause a spot of darker shadow. somehow it is chewed up after that. Also, cannibalism. The remix of this episode uses season 2 style intro instead of season 1. Some older versions of this episode have Cuddles' arms disconnect from his body. I can't actually find a video of it, so you're gonna have to bear with this image. How? Bloody Shadow doesn't cover his markings, hand, entire body, and pretty much everything that's on his right side. Also, his eyes aren't visible. The lollipop on Nutty's face disappears. Nutty's lazy eye is on his left side in the shot. The two lollipops on Nutty's faces swap sides. Nutty shouldn't have been able to enter the beehive from that angle with the direction he was on. Nutty's face can't be seen from the beehive. Part of the blood disappears the same way. I know HCF likes to exaggerate how much damage everything object will do to you, but this is a little excessive, don't you think? eyelashes. Lumpy's eye popped out from her hand. This spring, there are visible tears in Lumpy's body. Lumpy's torso turns the same color as the rest of his body. Lumpy then was loose of one without there being any clear cut or snap. Lumpy had smashed a hole cutting. Lumpy's shorts disappeared. Kurumama changes the direction he's facing instantaneously between shots. Quiet. Kurumama disappears between shots. This frame treats Lumpy's drawn without an outline, unlike everything else in the foreground. Nothing is visibly fueling the fire. Lake's head clips through the sleeping bag. Someone's mouth immediately hits the band of his head. His arm isn't attached to his body. Lippy's bear is Lippy sits on nothing. Lippy blinks into frame for one frame. Cuddles has no lip. Cuddles tries to intestines when it should be well above it. Lippy lets people experience cut off, and his heart takes a place in his design. There's no back to the back row of the book in the first shot, and then it shows the second to back row for the rest of the episode. Literally, none of these scenes have been discussed. No wonder you guys get murdered every episode. That's not how Toothy sounds like. Toothy's mouth is facing backwards. No teeth besides the last row or other characters are visible in the shot. Cuddles' arms and hands duplicate after being sliced in half. Cuddles' hands have paw pads, which is never seen on any character at any other point. Cuddles is shot. Cuddles' arms and hands super. Okay, after being sliced in half. Cuddles' hands have paw pads, which is never seen on teeth besides the last row or other characters are visible in the shot. Cuddles' arms and hands duplicate after being sliced in half. Cuddles' hands have paw pads, which is never seen on any character at any other point. Mime's cheeks are way more than halfway off his makeup. Mime's nose, mouth, makeup, and ears shouldn't turn blue and purple along with his face. Nichols is now moved from in front of his book to behind his book in the shot. Typical Lumpy. Missing eyelashes. Why is it always Petunia that has her eyelashes going missing? T-jokes. The outline of Lumpy's tongue and teeth are black when they're blue in every other instance. That being said, it falls from blue to black every frame. And in this show, it doesn't animate at all. None of the other characters are visible in the shot. Petunia's air freshener doesn't wrap around her neck properly. Petunia's head marking escapes the bound of her head. The puddle of urine on the floor disappears. The mole, Flaky, and Hendy were not seen on the bus until this point. Neither Lifty, Kissy, Flippy, or Pop are shown to be in the bus. I say Pop because she was originally going to be in part 2 instead of Flippy. To be continued. Paul Allen's name is misspelled in Paul Allet.
Yes, the thumbnail keeps changing every time. The first episode that he ever made keeps changing. The thumbnail. It's very detailed, but in the actual episode, it's not that detailed.
And so everyone cheered for the little knight after he saved the town.
Wow, that was a very interesting story, look. I like the plot twist. True.
Shapey, how's item creation going?
Well, it is working, but I can't really create anything large.
Like a tree?
Yeah, I can't create trees, but I can create something small, like this pencil.
Time for the first challenge. This is Inanimate Insanity. Season... 1, 2, 3, go!
my god. Oh my god, that picture. Accursed tree friends? Oh my god, that picture is so detailed. You think you're slick enough? Finally, I got you. Ain't no way. No way. They're just angry because I just found that guy. Most legendaries have. Most legendary hammer designs basically have the default hammer design. Basically, yeah.